Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. Thank you. I'm not sure why I'm here today. I wasn't given any instructions. So let's go with the flow and see what it is that God wants to say. God obviously has something to say. So, okay. I'm hearing Donald Trump, the impersonator, not the real one. So this reading is about Donald Trump, the impersonator, not the real Donald Trump, the one who is going around parading as Donald Trump. This reading is about that person. Okay. The Donald Trump impersonator. This reading is about that person. Okay. So, so God has brought me here to talk about the Donald Trump impersonator. Let us see what God wants us to know. I've been guided to 6 decks. So most likely this is going to have a part 2. Without further delay, let's get this party started. Twisted. Have you ever noticed that the Donald Trump that's there now, the impersonator, his hair look kind of like more grayish, brownish. His hair don't look orange. The real Donald Trump, his hair looks more orangey. Haven't y'all noticed? Donald Trump would never do that. Donald Trump's skin is orange. Donald Trump's hair is orange. Okay, Donald Trump, the real Donald Trump, is very proud of his orange hair and his orange skin. Okay, so much so that they call him the Orange Man, and he's cool with that. So who is this guy? Well, God want to tell us about him today, this Donald Trump impersonator. And that's what the evil powers that be do. They take out the real people and put impersonators in their place to do nonsense in their identity so that they can control whatever narrative they want of the person. So, with them putting this fake Donald Trump into the public and allowing him to do all types of crazy shit, people believe that it's the real Donald Trump that's doing all this crazy shit. But it's not. That's a fake Donald Trump that we're seeing. And then what they usually do after that is they would secretly slip back in the real person and nobody is none the wiser. They did it in Africa. Okay, we did a reading on that. They did it in Africa with several of the African heads of state. They kidnapped the real ones, put some impersonators in their place, passed whatever laws and did whatever, made whatever decisions they wanted to make in that person's identity, and then they replace the fake with the real. And the people are none the wiser. They've been blaming these African heads of state for whatever nonsense was implemented by the impersonator. That's what we're dealing with the Donald Trump situation right now. What we're looking at is not the real Donald Trump. We're looking at an impersonator. Okay? The real Donald Trump is a man of God. Okay? He's right now in witness protection, as was revealed on one of the readings here. And he's on a mission for the Most High God. Okay? So let's see. So concerning the impersonator, the Donald Trump impersonator, God has something to tell us. Okay, so let's get that message at this time. Okay. Did you see what God did there? That's exactly what they basically are doing with this Donald Trump impersonator. So exactly how I put the cards out is exactly how I was guided to pick them back up. You sneak in and you sneak back out the same way you came in. Very interesting. Anywho, at the bottom of the deck, the subject matter of this part of the message, we have got preschool. Baby shit. Okay. Let's see what the message is. So the subject matter is preschool. So this is definitely one of them top secret, declassified. Well, from a governmental perspective, because all of my readings are top secret, declassified. And this is why they don't like me. This is why they target me. This is why they hurt me. This is why they wanted me to work for them. We got a divine authority card just got knocked and flipped in the reverse. God is like, no, you don't have no authority to do what you're doing. I didn't give you the clearance to do that. Who's gonna run this town tonight? Not you. Okay, so, oh my nose. So I have to check these 3 cards before I continue. Okay. So we're gonna check this and this and this. This one flipped all the way around into the reverse. Let's check it and see. Feels correct like this. Okay, let's check this one. Feels more correct like this. And let's check this one. Feels more correct like that. Okay, so the first card we got Obia Woman in the reverse. So dark magic in the reverse. It's a feminine energy. So feminine energy is receptive energy. Okay, because I think I got Obia Man card in here as well. So we got private sector in the upright, farm in the reverse, and governor in the upright. So what is that saying? I am not sure, but the subject matter was preschool. So let's look into the underlying issue where it will make more sense. Okay, so we've got culture, private party. So this is concerning the Donald Trump impersonator that we're looking at right now, okay? Quit. Ministry of Agriculture. There's some more farming energy. Judicial system. Some kind of agenda. School of life, nature's lessons. Who's gonna run this town tonight? Not you. You got your plans, but God has his plans too. So we got adult, mental manipulation, delivery, loan shark, shadow government scheme. They're not really like that. Cultural or community center, healing. They're getting paid to it. Utilities, or out as utilize. Politics, utilizing politics. We got land. Present yourself well. Feeling two more. Jail. And reinstate. And next card in succession is human resources. Okay, let's see what this is all saying right now. Make sure you can see everything. So, in a moment. NASA. So I heard the geniuses at NASA think that they can figure this out. But God says, my darling, it's not science. This is favor. You need favor to decipher this message, not science. This is not a physical thing. This is a spiritual thing. You have no keys to the Akashic records. You have no clearance to such information. Science cannot decipher this. Your AI cannot decipher this. Only favor, divine favor, divine authority. See how much time God gave you? How much did you figure out so far? What answer did you get? What message did you receive? NASA. And all you other wannabe geniuses out there who thinks that what I do is science. This has nothing to do with the physical realm. This is strictly spiritual. I have a badge. You don't. Is that clear? I'm above you. I outrank you. I have the power and you do not. I have the clearance and you do not. Do you get it now? Not yet? Okay, just wait. So if you've gotten your answer, if you've done your deciphering, make sure you write it down or video record yourself saying it or audio record yourself saying what you think this is saying. How much minutes did God give you? Need more time? What they call that school that all the geniuses go to? Is it Mensa? Let me see. I think so. I'm a next level kind of genius, okay? Mensa. I saw that come up on my in my YouTube as on my YouTube thingy as an advertisement as well. It says Mensa is the world's oldest and largest high IQ society. Mhm. Oh, just look at those puny humans, the Mensa. Uh, the Mensa, what do you call them? The Mensa members there. Look at those puny humans. Ugh, you bore me and disgust me with your stupidity. We are not like you. You're not in our class. We are better than you, stupid humans. You thought there was nothing higher than Mensa? Clearly. We are the 144,000. We are above you, Mensa. Anywho, it's a founded in 1946 in England for individuals with top tier intelligence, specifically those scoring at or above the 98th percentile on an approved supervised intelligence test. It acts as a non political, non discriminatory social organization for around 150,000 members in over 90 countries. I bet you're non discriminatory because you need all the genius you can get. All of a sudden, black skin don't matter. All of a sudden, brown skin don't matter. It only matters when you think that they can't do anything for you. All of a sudden, I hate black people. Oh, but not you. We don't hate you. We like you. We just hate those black people. I thought black people were subhuman. I thought we weren't human. I thought that we were dispensable animals. Anyway, let's see what God wanna do from this point. So, what do you want me to do? Okay, so we're reading the underlying issue, and then the message itself will make sense because I don't know what the hell the message is saying. Okay, so the underlying issue, we got culture, private party, and then we got quit, Ministry of Agriculture. Okay, the judicial system got some kind of agenda, but the school of life has its own agenda as well. So what we got there? So this culture of uh, using impersonators to fool the public, God is saying it's preschool shit. God is saying y'all are so weak. Look how we about to undo what you spent so much money, so much time, you've invested so much into executing this mission, and we're about to fuck it up in one video. Top secret, declassified. It's time for the people to know. Okay. So this culture of your private parties, your private, I guess this is talking about the elites and those who are above the elites. So we're talking about the, what did I call them? So those above the elites is the wannabe gods, and then all the rich people who own the corporations and that them people who call the shots, the ones below the gods, and then there's the government people. So there's the wannabe gods, Then there's the corporations, the money people, and then there's the government people, and then the government people hire the other people to carry out certain things, and those people hire lower ranking people than them to carry out certain agendas and things like that, right? So that's the private party. The private party is basically the whole hierarchy of evil which runs this society. Okay? So culture, private party, quit. They're like, oh my God, everything's ruined. Oh no, I hate that bitch. She just keep fucking our shit up. To which the bitch says, oh, how much of my life have you fucked up? When was the last time I did work? What, do I have a bank account? Can I go to the dentist in peace? Can I go to the doctor in peace? Can I breathe air in my house in peace? Can I drink water from the pipe in my house in peace? Do I have family left? When was the last time I had a boyfriend? Do I have any friends? What happened to the indefinite leave to remain in my passport? Do I have a passport? If I call up now to get my passport or get the information that I need so that I can have my passport renewed, am I going to have a hard time? So you see, you ruined my life. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Your other crimes against me, they are countless. There are many, 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 many. So you ruined my life. It is only my pleasure to ruin yours. I want to relaunch my dreadlock cleaning business. Am I going to be allowed to do that in peace? Or am I going to have to do it in pieces? I live in a tiny matchbox of a home because this is what we can afford. We're only living on Malika's paycheck. I haven't been allowed to make any money of my own in peace for, I'd say, from about forever. Because even in Montserrat, when I started my business in 2001, you've been fucking with my business. That's why I didn't have much clients, because it's not that I'm not talented. It's not that I'm not gifted. It's not that I can't do here better than many. It was never that. It was your little secret organizations getting together, talking shit to each other, saying, don't go there because whatever the fuck you were telling each other about me. And that's why people didn't support my business. Because of the lies that you told about me. Since I opened my business in 2001, you have never allowed me to attain what I am rightfully due based on my own merit. You have always been manipulating me. You've always been manipulating my life, my lovers, my friends, my health. You didn't know that the day would come when I would have the power to fuck your shit up just like you've been fucking my life up? Because I'm just one little woman, right? I'm not a regular little woman. That's what you need to understand. Clearly. You took me from my birth mother from I was a baby and gave me to some witch. and her family to raise me. Is that an offense? So you care about how I'm fucking your shit up, but you don't give two fucks about how you fucked mine up. No problem. Let us continue. So their private party, they're realizing that they have to stop a lot of the things that they're doing because the secret is out now. So we got the Ministry of Agriculture. That's the farming energy that's here in the reverse. So agriculture is the cultivation of. We got the judicial system. So basically the law. So the cultivation of the judicial system, the system of doing things, there's some kind of agenda. But we got the school of life coming in with nature's lessons. So what y'all are learning right now, hierarchy of evil, is that you have opposition. Worthy opposition. You thought that your way forward was just clear. Nobody to challenge you. The who gonna check me era. We are. We gonna check you. Let's read on, shall we? That's what nature is trying to tell you. You could plan a pretty picnic, but you can never predict the weather. So, we got adult mental manipulation, delivery, the loan shark, shadow government scheme. They're not really like that. So adult mental manipulation. Yeah, you guys have been mentally manipulating us with all your little tricks that you've been doing. And right now we're talking about the fact that you've removed the real Donald Trump and put an impersonator in his place. That's the mental manipulation that God want to address at this time. So we got delivery, loan shark, shadow government scheme. Delivery, the mental manipulation that you're delivering. Then we got loan shark, shadow government scheme. So the loan shark energy is coming through as God gave you that power for a short while to run your schemes. And then we got, they're not really like that. So it's like, yeah, your time is up now because you thought that you had all the power, but it's time for you to see who really got the power around here. Okay, so let's read on. We got cultural or community center healing. Yeah, the community is now healing. They are healing from the being paid to utilize politics the land. But God said present well because we got jail and reinstate. So y'all are gonna be shut down. Your operations are gonna be shut the fuck off. And whether you go to real jail or you are just put in a position where you cannot do what you usually do, that is your jail. Your jail is to be stopped. That's your jail. Unless you go to actual physical jail. And then we got reinstate. So something is going to be reinstated, aka we got the human resources is going to be reinstated. The human resources that God want to use is going to reinstate. So God is shutting your stupid operations down where you've been playing with the mind of the people, and God is about to put the right people back in their spot so that society can be healed. Welcome. You're welcome. I'm hearing continue. Okay. So we got Temple or Jews podcast. You're welcome. I am the educator. You're welcome. Constructing this building, company, or society in our case. The body of people. Mm? So yeah, so I'm here to bring the news so I could let y'all know what the fuck is really going on. Then we got army gang leader for peace. Like I said, you have opposition. You are a hierarchy and so are we. But you're the hierarchy of evil. We're the hierarchy of good. See how hard you go for your corruption? We are equally as dedicated to correctness. We are equally as dedicated to make God smile instead of making God vex. You're dedicated to making God angry. We're dedicated to putting a smile on our Creator's face because our Creator is worthy. So we got influencing corruption, the government employees. Yeah. And we got orphanage. So God is like, yeah, y'all ain't my children anymore. I don't want nothing to do with y'all anymore. I've disowned you as my children. Then we got Converse, Ministry of Health of the bank. You need to talk about the health of your bank, your resources. So whether that's your money, your land, your businesses, everything, okay? And also your knowledge, college. So right now you got major issues in the physical realm and you got major issues in your mind. Mensa, emergency meeting. We need all of the strongest minds to come and help us figure this shit out. So we got the talented one is a civilian and a judge. We got musician male, high school, look recruits. Interesting. So we got music and we got musician male. So musician male, that's the male energy, is the energy that goes after things. Then we got high school, looking for new recruits. Okay. So we got the mayor being a shadow government representatives. Yeah, Mensa. We need everybody, we need all hands on deck. We need help with this situation. The ship is going down. So now they're calling emergency meetings and shit like, what are we gonna do about this? What are you gonna do about this? Are you challenging God? The one who fills your lungs with air. You're challenging that being, that entity. You think you can win? Ha, as you wish. At the very least, have fun doing it. So let's see what the hell is this message saying. So we got Obia woman, dark magic in the reverse. So yeah, so okay, so that must be talking about me. So this is not dark magic. This is light magic, clearly. Private sector, yeah. And then farming, we're not farming shit. I'm just being myself. And then governor. Because God put me in charge. I don't need to do anything but be. That's what I do. I just be. I be whatever God called me to be. Unless I'm on my own personal time. But right now, I'm been called for duty. I'm a soldier in God's army, you know? So yeah. So this ain't no dark magic. Y'all gonna put it out there like it's dark magic. But this ain't no dark magic. Laws of the land, money, resources, government representative or agent freelance, Mr. and Mrs. World Domination, confusion and war. We got university, psychological manipulation of the children, and they got the Obium and Dark Magic card. We got beach, hidden message, Ministry of Education, and illegal immigrant. Yeah, y'all don't fucking belong here. God said the meek shall inherit the earth, bitches. This ain't yours. So let's show you the card. So we got laws of the land, money, and your resources, which are your representatives, your government representatives, and your freelance agents, which, you know, when the government people give the jobs to the other people and then the other people recruit the other people, that's the agent freelance people. They're working for Mr. and Mrs. World Domination, who are right now in confusion and war with each other. And we got the university, psychological manipulation. So the universe is psychologically manipulating y'all. You see how that works? We are just the instruments. You're not fighting against us. You're fighting against God. We work for God, so you're fighting against God. It's just that God uses people. Just like you people are fighting on behalf of whoever is at the top of your hierarchy who sent you on your mission. It's the same thing over on our side. Okay? So, and Mrs. World Domination, which is the wannabe gods, they send out the commands to the corporation people, and then the corporation make the government people do what they want, what the wannabe gods want them to do, and then the government people tell their people what they want them to do, and then those people recruit other people to do what was sent out from way up here. And hence we have the kind of society that we have. So anyway, psychological manipulation, and then we got the children energy. Y'all dark magic is childish. God say y'all ain't ready for this. And then we got the beach energy. Yeah, God says y'all dark magic is phooey, God says. And we got the hidden message that you're supposed to learn, Ministry of Education, is y'all are illegal here. Y'all are the illegal immigrants here. Because y'all are fucking up God's beautiful creation. And you're messing with God's lovely people who are only trying to make life right, but y'all create a system whereby people have to do evil, or so they think. If they don't do the evil, they end up like wine. Sorry about that. I had to answer my daughter's call. So yeah, so what I say now. Maybe you weren't supposed to hear that part. I don't know, but you get the picture, okay? Who run things around here? God run things, and whoever is. Oh yes, I was saying that people who choose not to do wrong to get by in society, they end up with a life like mine. They end up being a target of the powers that be of this society. They end up without a passport, they end up without friends, they end up can't go to the doctor in peace, they end up getting their housing situation tampered with, they get their whole life manipulated with, they are intimidated into basically bowing, they're intimidated into giving in to the system so that they can be controlled by the system. And that's why a lot of people just go along to get along instead of trying to stand on their own. They're afraid. Okay? But we live in a system that was constructed in a way that the people remain at the bottom, and they remain in a state of constant fear and confusion and poverty and moral corruption, you know, It's a mess. It's a mess. And that's why we're here to help fix it. So yeah, so this is concerning the Donald Trump impersonator and the people them who are responsible for putting a Donald Trump impersonator in power. To create illusions in the minds of the people. They're trying to ruin the real Donald Trump's reputation. I'm just making sure all these cards are in the upright. They're trying to ruin the real Donald Trump's reputation because they know who the real Donald Trump is. But God want them to know they got their plans, but God also has its plans, and your plans are no match for God's plans. That's the basic message of the first part there. You can use government, you can use laws, you can try and use whatever the hell you think you can use to win this battle. That L is yours. Hierarchy of evil. The L belongs to thou. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. I drank some needle milk today. I got knocked out for about 3 hours and my lip got split. So whatever the potion is that's inside the needle is so strong. It knocked me out for like 3 hours. Me having dreams and shit. They want to summon me so that they can either put information into my mind or retrieve information from my mind. Like, I wasted my day yesterday. Okay? Well, y'all wasted my day because I don't have no information that I could give to you. It's just a waste of your time. It's just a waste of your resources, man. I only know what God tell me. And see, now I'm finding out, you're finding out at the same time. So what are we doing here? Didn't you see I was the one that was telling the people of Machu Picchu, don't decipher things for you, because if we don't know, then you can't know. When you summon us in our dream state, you can't know because we don't know. You see? So when the time comes for us to know, we will know. So if we don't know, then you can't know. You see? You need to know what we know. And that in itself tells you that we are above you. You see? We are wanted. We are needed. You need us. All you NASA, CIA, Mensa, FBI, whatever the fuck y'all want to call yourselves, thinking that you're just the most intelligent. You are the greatest. And if y'all are so intelligent, tell me why when you construct a business, why is it that it always has to be based on some lying, cheating, manipulative shit? A real businessman, a real businesswoman, they take pride in customer value. How stupid are you that you're going to run a business and customer value isn't at the top of your list? Isn't the customers the one who put the money in your pocket? Idiot. Why is it that you're selling your customers subpar products and services? Hey, make yourself make sense. And you're the ones who own fucking corporations and shit. Is that what your great granddaddy and great grandma taught you? I don't think so. That's why they were successful. And we used to get good products because they were running shit. And now, y'all step up as heirs to the throne doing dumb shit. All of the factories, all of the fucking in business since 1867, and then here comes your stupid generation. And your ancestors must be in their grave wondering like, what the fuck? What is this? You're like the most stupid generation of all the generations. Successful businesses. I don't even want to call the names because there are a couple of products that I use right now and they are not the same. Y'all think you're so clever cutting back on all this type of stuff. Y'all don't take no pride in your family's legacy. Y'all don't have no pride. Y'all have other people telling you stupid shit, ruining your own businesses for their sake. Stupid shit. Your ancestors had a formula that was working for centuries. Centuries, the same formula been working and pleasing the planet. And now here you come with your dumb smart ass. Here you come with your dumb smart ass. Oh, I'm gonna change up this, I'm gonna change up that. How is that working out for you? How have sales been lately? How has business been lately? Y'all are so desperate for money now. Y'all are trying to squeeze whatever money you can get out of people from wherever and however you could. I know business isn't booming. We now have taxes that never existed. Y'all are desperate for money. Bunch of idiots. Go around in your fancy suit and your fancy watch and your fancy tie and your fancy car with your fancy smile, your fake ass. We know you're not happy. Oh, y'all got money problems. Y'all are not where you used to be. Stupid ass. Perfectly good running businesses. Whoever the fuck took over within the last, what is it, like 10 years, 15 years or so, y'all are dummies. You're all dummies. A bunch of mumu. Talk about you run society. You're running society into the ground. And it's not just the people that you're running into the ground. Your dumbass is shooting your own selves in the fucking foot and in the face. Fools. Think you're so smart. So let's see what the second message is that God want to tell us in this here reading. So to the NASA agents that were trying to figure out the first message, did you come to the same conclusion that I did? Did you get the same message that I did? I'm guessing that's a no. Ah. Ha, ha, ha. Ah, 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 ah. See, even to do this, you have to get your cues from the heavens as to where to split the deck and when to shuffle and how to shuffle and which section of the deck to pick up first or which card to pick up first. See, God has to talk to you. You have to be the type of person who actually listens to God for you to be able to do what I do. But y'all don't have no respect for God. So how is God gonna talk to you and give you these kind of gifts? And then when you get them, you think God gonna be cool with you using it for evil. So you'll never have those doors open to you. You will never be given access to the Akashic records. Never. God can't trust you with the information. And right now, we the people are God's priority. God is looking out for our best interest right now, because clearly y'all don't give a fuck about us, so God has to step in and take care of us itself. God gave y'all custodianship over the earth, and look at how you handle your duties. You're a disgrace. You're a fucking disgrace. Okay, so the subject matter of this part of the message, we got afraid to speak up. Who's that? God's laughing at y'all magic. God call y'all efforts preschool. I said, get out of here with your baby shit. Your baby manipulative techniques. It's embarrassing. Stop embarrassing yourselves. You see that? You wait for instructions. But no, y'all want to be God. Y'all think y'all are God. Y'all think y'all are the power. So y'all be just going full speed ahead doing shit. Because you think it's just a matter of how hard can it be? You just take up the cards, you shuffle the cards, and you deal the cards, and whatever fall out, that's the message. Nah, idiot. You have to be connected to the energy. The energy determines what cards fall out. Because if you're not connected to the correct energy, there's no way you're going to get the correct message. It's all about connectivity with the right entity. In this case, God, the keeper of all things. I don't go through no middlemen and no middlewomen. I don't go through no angels and no deities and no ancestors and all them things. I don't do that. Because why would I go through those when I could go straight to the source of all things? Tell me. When all have, how is it? All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. That means every angel, every entity, every ancestor, every god, every deity, they have the potential to be corrupted. You see, we all have our weaknesses. Besides God, every other entity has its weaknesses. That's what we have to realize. With God, there are no weaknesses. There are no mistakes. God has the key to all. So why would I go through a middleman to get what I'm looking for? There's no mediator between a person and their creator. Going and confessing your fucking sins to a pope who is probably more sinful than you. What are you doing? Then the pope used the information and blackmail you. Why? Because all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. You put your trust in man. You should tell God your secrets, not man. But instead, y'all run from God as if God don't already know your secrets. Y'all think you can hide from God as if God don't already know your secrets. Y'all are twisted up here. Your files are all jumbled. Your files are all jumbled. Let's check this before we continue. I'm seeing something in my mind's eye. It's like there's a dot here, and then something that looks like a sickle. I don't know what significance that is to anybody, but it's like there's a ball and then a sickle, and the curvature is like adjacent to the ball. I don't know what that's about. I'm just seeing that in my mind's eye. That's significant to somebody. This way. Okay. Alrighty. So this was on the outside. So they were down like this. Flip it over. So they're supposed to be in the reverse. So this one first, that one second. Okay. So we had as the subject matter, and after this one we're gonna shut this down. Okay, we're gonna end this live, and then we're gonna come back and do the rest. So the subject matter for this part, can't remember. Afraid to speak up. So the subject matter for this part of the message is being afraid to speak up. So the message, we got cycle start, disownership in the reverse, and passing away in the reverse. Okay, let's check out the underlying issue. Okay, so the underlying issue, we got rules from childbirth. And we got child protective services to your pension. Freedom for the black sheep. You see this? We got religion is hedonism. That's your religion, hedonism. I do what I want, when I want, with who I want. Nobody can tell me anything. Who gonna check me? That's your religion. No matter what church y'all go to, this is how you see yourselves. But we got rules. There were rules from childbirth. Okay? That's intended to protect right to the end. Pension. And we got freedom for the black sheep like me. Y'all aren't allowed to hold us down. Y'all don't have no divine authority to hold us down. Let's read on. So we got religion, hedonism. We got DNA test results, or the test results shows mental disturbance. So it's not about DNA, it's about the test results. So in this religion of hedonism that you all have taken on for yourself, God wants you to pay attention to what the end result is. It's actually mental disturbance. So all this hedonism practice that y'all have been engulfing yourself in for all these years, all it's done is bring you mental disturbance, because now the black sheep, people like me, have risen to curb this who gonna check me generation. You didn't know that you'd ever have opposition. So all this doing what you want, when you want, with the people, however you want, once nobody find out, all that only brought you mental disturbance. Let's read on. So we got work, covetousness, assurance. You would do anything to assure yourself that what you're doing is going to work. But God said you can forget it. The cycle end. You have no right or reason to be hopeful. Y'all need to give it up. Let's read on. We got the favorite. Culture is arguing. So that would be you, the hierarchy of evil. Y'all are the favorites. Y'all are chums, you know? And then the black sheep are the ones that y'all cast out from society, people like me. So the favorite, your culture is arguing, is always fighting, is competition, shit like that. Y'all smile with each other, but y'all are always on some dark shit. Y'all are always on some demon shit. And that's why these are the rewards that you're about to reap. What you put out is what you're gonna get back. And now is the time of harvest. So now you're going to get back what the fuck you've been putting out for all these years. That's what's happening. Keep up. Okay? So we got missing understanding. Keep up. I'm giving you the understanding that you're missing. The foolishness of your youth. You spent your former years engaging in hedonism. Hedonism, meaning the pursuit of pleasure, sensual or self-indulgence. Hedonism is a family of philosophical views that prioritize pleasure. Psychological hedonism is the theory that all human behavior is motivated by desire. I don't know how come this one wasn't AI generated like everything else that I asked the computer. Okay, so hedonism is a family of philosophical views that prioritize pleasure. Psychological hedonism is the theory that all human behavior is motivated by the desire to maximize pleasure and minimize pain. As a form of egoism, it suggests that people only help others if they expect a personal benefit. Axiological hedonism is the view that pleasure is the sole source of intrinsic value. Asserts that other things like knowledge and money only have value insofar as they produce pleasure and reduce pain. This view divides into quantitative hedonism, which only considers the intensity and duration of pleasures, and qualitative hedonism, which identifies quality as another relevant factor. So they're talking about the different versions of hedonism. Yeah. But I read a meaning. It's like they changed it. Ah, there it is. This is the one. So philosophy in hedonism meaning in philosophy, it says the ethical theory that pleasure, open bracket, in the sense of satisfaction of desires, close bracket, is the highest good and proper aim of human life. I hear that and I understand why people would think that this is true. But what you are missing from this equation is self-discipline, self-control, self-mastery. Just because you want it, it doesn't mean that you can and should have it. There are factors involved which dictate whether or not it will bring you pleasure to have it or pain to have it. You think it will bring you pleasure because you want it and you see a way that you can get it, so you go after it and you get it. But then there are consequences that may not happen right away, but eventually it catches up with you because there are spiritual laws which governs our actions, the rules from childbirth. Child protective services, these rules are put in place to protect us. So hedonism in itself is not a bad thing, because what's the point in living life if we're not here to indulge our desires? But we have to realize that there's a time and a place for everything. We have to take into account the other factors surrounding the situation and then decide, am I going to get my ass kicked in the long run for doing this? Is this going to come back to bite me in the ass in the future? That's what people who practice hedonism in this who gonna check me culture don't ask. They don't think that they will ever get found out. They don't think that they will ever have to pay for their boundaries. Because they think that nobody saw me, nobody know. Idiot, nature saw you, nature know. God saw you. God know. The real judge, the judge of all judges, it saw you. The witness of all witnesses, it saw you. And that's where self-discipline and self-control comes in. If you don't want to be visited by the spiritual police, then do not commit crimes. If you don't want to be visited by the spiritual police, then do not commit spiritual crimes or physical ones, because the spirit realm, it governs both the spirit and the physical realm. The laws regarding the spirit realm also govern the physical realm. So even if you commit a crime that you should be held liable for in the physical realm, and you evade the laws of the land, you evade the police of the land, the spiritual police, the spiritual laws, they still apply, and they are still going to hunt you down, and you are still going to suffer the consequences. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. Even in death, there's no escape. And even in your next life, your reincarnation, you still have to pay. It doesn't make sense to commit crime. Crime does not pay. So yeah, so there's nothing to save you. You've already committed the crimes. You're gonna have to pay. What's missing is your understanding of the foolishness of your youth. It's like the blind leading the blind among you. Hierarchy of evil. The blind is leading the blind among you. All of you, you think alike. So you all make the same mistake. And if somebody tells you something different, you think that there's something wrong with them. You ostracize them. You cast them down, you cast them out, you probably hurt them, you probably kill them. Because they are like your conscience walking and talking to you, whereby you can shut your conscience within yourself. It is harder when somebody outside of you are speaking the words that your conscience has been telling you, which you so skillfully quieten time after time after time after time. You know what I realized about Craig? Craig is one of my pursuers. He's one of these of the hierarchy of evil who has been pursuing me for years. He's an ex-lover of mine. And you know what? I was reasoning with him in a telepathy. And what I realized is he tells himself lies, and he's so good at believing the lies that he believes that they're true. Let me say that again. It's a mental trick. You lie to yourself and you make yourself believe it's true. Although you know it's a lie, you choose to accept that it is actually true. And if somebody was to give you a lie detector test, I believe that you would pass it because you truly have convinced yourself that the lie is true. That is a high level of mental manipulation. I see why y'all think yourselves to be gods. But even God is watching you do that dumb shit too. And whereas you are able to convince yourself of your lies and convince others of your lies, you can't fool all the people all the time. When you're making your stupid plans, you need to take into account the divergents. You remember the movie Divergent? The ones who do not get sucked in by the programming, the ones who is built differently in their psyche. Yeah, we are the divergents. When you're making your fucked up plans, you need to make them with us in mind because we're coming. It would behoove you to include us into your calculations in the future. Because we are here. And we're not going anywhere. And you can't make us go anywhere. You've tried. How many of us have you killed and we just keep coming back? So what are you going to do? So foolishness of your youth. You got molestation. You've been molesting other people and you've been molesting yourself. But now it's time for healing. Recognize the foolishness of your youth. Recognize where you've been going wrong. Recognize that lying to yourself will not make something true. Recognize that you can have all your grand plans and your grand scheme and your big organization and still fail. Still lose. Recognize that you can have some of the greatest magicians working for you. Recognize that you have some of the most strongest poisons at your disposal and you're still going to fail. Hierarchy of evil. It's time for healing. And God says that is child support. So God is not only here to heal we the people, God is also here to heal you people who are part of the hierarchy of evil. From yourselves. Save you from yourselves. Stop you molesting yourself. Mental molestation. Nutritional molestation. Financial molestation. Just creating bad karma for yourself, bad vibes for yourself, making stupid decisions, thinking that nobody can ever check you. We are here. The real police are here. Since you have such immense control over the police, them who take a vow to serve and protect the people, God had to send in the next level. Who gonna police the police? When they belong to you, who run society? The black sheep, that's who. Yeah, child support. So we got divorce is misguided. So God is here to protect you. And if you are to turn your back on God and continue to do the dumb shit, you are not doing yourself any favors. God say you're sick. You're going to be sick for doing that. Illness and business. You're going to be sick and broke. God said, that's a true confession. I ain't lying to you. That's what God is saying. I ain't lying. Shit. We got wedding, generational curse. If you divorce God, you're marrying your generational curse. You already see the shit is cursing you. So for you to, yeah, we got custody, generational blessing. So if you come into God's custody, then you can turn your ugly fate around. Shit, we got disagreement, apologize. God said, tell me you're sorry. God said, you disagree with me? You better tell me you're sorry. Because right now y'all are getting on my last nerve. Should I do another should I do a Sodom and Gomorrah part 2? Eh? Should I trick all of you into ending up in one spot? Like for your Burning Man festival or whatever other fucked up festivals y'all be doing. where y'all are giving praises to negative energy. Eh? Just get all y'all in one spot and fuck y'all up. But it's the same way y'all be planning for good people. When good people try and get together and have our little shindig and shit like that, you're like, ooh, they're all gonna be in the one place. Let's fuck them up. Don't worry. God got something for you too. You think you're the only one that can do dumb shit? Your judgment has just started. Yeah. We got pregnancy and schooling. So God says there's some things that I want to teach you people. Because y'all was stolen from me and y'all went off into your own businesses thinking that you can make your way through this life by yourself. And then y'all end up fighting each other, sibling rivalry in your clubs, and your secret societies and shit, betraying each other, and everybody else. And then we got stubbornness of the elders. That's their tradition. So there's no hope for you. That's what your elders are like. So you're blind. The blind is leading the blind. So you run to your elders thinking that they can help you to bring back some kind of peace and prosperity to your life. Your elders are just as dumb as you. That's where you learned the shit from in the first place. So like from grandparents, because it's like, I don't know, I think that the great grandparents, they must have been more godly. They had more good principles about them. It's like as the generations go by, y'all get less and less godly. Y'all think that you could do it without God. Y'all need to find out who your great grandparents were, or maybe even great great grandparents. They had the better idea because they gave y'all successful businesses. You know what I'm saying? They gave y'all a great head start in life. They gave y'all great principles and philosophical understandings upon which you can build a sturdy foundation. And it's like every time that your generations pass on the mantle, y'all get dumber and dumber. Y'all get more and more godless until you're basically being brought to ruin right now. You're basically turning into dust. Your businesses are turning into dust. Your connections are turning into dust. Everything about you is just falling to the ground and you don't know how to stop it. But God is saying, I will show you, but you're going to have to humble yourself and respect me for the God that I am. You are not that guy. You are not that girl. I am. The great I am is that guy and that girl. You need to log out of all these dark spirits and deities and whatever the fuck y'all be pledging your allegiance to, and pledge your allegiance to the real God of creation. Y'all give more praises to these things that God created than you give to the one who created those things. God says, I want my recognition. And you need to apologize to me for how you've been treating me, how you've been neglecting me and trying to remove me from society. If you want all this madness to stop that's going on in your lives, in your business, in your organizations, in your secret societies, you need to restate me, God. Or else you can fall. It's fine by me. Because people like me, God know that we gonna be all right, because God got us to praise it. God got us to fulfill its desires. God got us to use as instruments. God got us to entertain it. God got us to look after each other. So if y'all don't want to join our party, that's absolutely fine. Shit, we don't really like you either. You're too naughty. You don't know how to have real fun. It's like, if it ain't bad, you think it's not good. You're broken. You're broken. And if you come into our party and you're behaving like a fucking fool, we gonna fuck you up. We are not them type of godly people. We gonna fuck you up. So you either know how you gonna behave or fucking stay away from our midst. But if you're willing to come and party with us, join our party, we welcome you. But watch your step. We're not on the bullshit. Thank you for watching. Until next time, we're gonna continue with the rest of these decks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more decks to bring messages from. Bye bye.